Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to our Excel workshops. The first workshop is on the text function. The first function we're going to look at is concatenate. Concatenate can join up to 255 text string or items, or it could be any number, text, or cell reference. On the screen, you can look at and see that we're using concatenate to merge A1, cell A1, B2, C3, B4, and the result we get is this is very easy. The first syntax we're going to look at is using the ampersand. It's basically the same thing as using concatenate, but we're using the ampersand to merge cells, still the cells, text, or a reference. We can use it to up to 255 items. The first item is mandatory. The second and up to 255 is optional. So if you use one, then you have just the output is just one. If you use two, it's a merge of both of them. The second syntax is using the function itself, which is basically the same thing. Every item has to be separate with a comma. And the first item is mandatory, the rest is optional. You can put up to 255 items and they all have to be separated with one comma, except if you put one. If you put one, then there's no need for a comma. We're gonna look at some examples. See, we can put this is very easy. Note that I put some space after this is on the left, one on the right of easy to make it look proper. We can use this is easy using the ampersand, or we can combine concatenate with the ampersand. See, this is easy, ampersand, very. We put a space in between and easy at the end. We can use ampersand before. This is ampersand concatenate, very, space, and easy. This is another simple example. We're using it. We're putting numbers. The second parameters of the function concatenate is a number. And it works fine with that also. Remember we said text, number, or reference. So let's try a little practice. Let's see, concatenate. Okay, you can create. Let's put the number A3, which is 3. A1. Let's put a space in between. Then A1 for, let's say, 3 people. So A3 and people, which is A2. Let's put a space in between and A2. See, you can create 3 sentences for 3 people. Let's look at another example. So we're going to use the ampersand this time, B2, which is 55. We're going to put 50 feet, let's say street, C2, ampersand again. See, we use a cell reference combined with text, and it works fine. Let's try another example. Sometimes you might receive a text or a list of numbers, sometimes from the banks. If you work in the banks, you're more familiar with this. Sometimes you receive numbers and there's like a leading zeros in the beginning. Sometimes Excel thinks it's a text, which is fine, but you want to get rid of the leading zero if you want to print it like in a report or use it in something else calculation. So it's sometimes a good idea to use the value function. the value function will transform text number into a numeric number. So it will remove the leading zero, which is good. I've used it a lot because I work at banks in the past, and we receive documents sometimes from different financial institution, and it's a good habit to have. See, I have 9 cats. It's pretty easy. Okay, something else you might want to do is maybe combine it with a cell and use the leading zero, and say it will work fine. I had a question like that a long time ago to how to combine two numbers, one with a leading zero and you want to get rid of it using the value function. It's pretty easy. Another thing you want to sometimes do, if you want to automatize something, you want to make it go over multiple cells, multiple row, and redo the same thing, you can use concatenate the same way you use other function like the sum, or it will just work basically the same way. So here we have there are H1 55 birds, species of birds in America, and I want to do the same thing for dogs and cats. So I basically go to the first cell where I put everything in and drag it, and voila. I hope this is simple enough. If you have any question, you know where to go. You go to our site, ask us a question, we'll write a little training for you. And stay tuned for the rest of the training. We have more workshop, as we saw in the beginning. We're gonna do a lot of workshop on text, cube function, database function, date and time, and all of these are Excel function. Where during this month we're going through all of them to make sure you understand them, because most of our clients have trouble with Excel, like you really using the power of Excel, and we want to make sure all of you have the tools to make your business or your work as much as efficient as possible. Thank you all for listening. I'll wait for your comments. Thank you.